Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Visit CCGcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more. Hey, what is going on, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokémon TCG Center. Another day, another video. In today's video, we'll be looking at this bad boy, Latias Latios-GX Tag Team from the latest Tag Team Team-Up set. So this is a very, very powerful card with probably the most affecting attack for 4 energies in play. I mean, you can just use Buster Purge for 240 by discarding 3 energy cards from this Pokemon. It's not hard to attach 4 energies in a single turn to Latios with Malamar, quite obvious. And then in order to use this attack, you need to discard 3 energy cards from this Pokemon. I really like it. I mean, it is such a nice card and such a nice looking card. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, also Ira Unit GX can be used for attaching 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like, and you can even use that until turn 1. Now, what I like about this Latias is the fact that you can just one-hit knock on pretty much everything with this card theoretically. So you can even one-hit knock on Whaler Tag Team with 300 HP, and I'm gonna show you how. You need to have 240. Damage with the Buster Purge. You need to have Choice Band, Kukui, and Shrine of Punishment. Boom, you're good. You're good to go. I mean, you're hitting for 300. This is the only Pokemon that can output 300 so easily. Of course, you're not gonna play that combo, and you're not gonna be able probably in real life to one-hit knock a Whaler anyways. But in theory, you can do that. So moving on to the item cards and the Pokemon cards and the energy cards. In this deck list, I'm gonna start from the left to right as usual. I'm playing 1 copy of Ditto, which can easily evolve into Malamar, but also into Zebstrika, so I can use Sprint, which will allow me to go faster through my deck and maybe get what I need. Then we have 2 copies of Latias and Latios-GX Tag Team. We have 1 Chimecho with the Bell of Silence, 1 Downwing Necrozma-GX with Invasion, Dark Flash, and Moon Eclipse, 1 Giratina with Distortion Door that can help us to add extra 10 damage so we can go for 250 versus 250 HP Pokemons, and obviously 4 copies of Inkay and Malamar with 2 copies of Marshadow, 1 Nihilego with the Nightclap, and also 1 copy of Tapu Lele-GX with the Wonder Tag. So overall 19 Pokemons, which is a little bit higher than usual deck lists. But you have so many different options available. You can Bell of Silence, you can Purse GX, you can use Invasion, Dark Flash, Moon Eclipse GX if you need it. You have also Shadow Impact, Distortion Door option available. You can even swing with Nightcap as well. So there's a lot of different potential that can be used with this deck. Moving on to the item cards, we're going to find 3 copies of Acro Bike, as well as 1 copy of Energy Recycle System, and 2 copies of Rescue Stretcher, which can be used for energy and Pokemon Recycle. 4 of each Mystery Treasure and Ultra Ball for the setup. The good thing about Mystery Treasure is the fact that you can just throw 1 card from your hand, grab yourself Marshadow, put it on the bench, refresh hand, draw 4, but also force your opponent to go down to 4, especially if it's the turn 1. Sometimes this can be very effective. From item cards, I'm running 2 copies of Choice Band and 4 copies of Escape Board. Also, you don't need to run more than 2 Choice Bands, in my personal opinion. The Choice Band is here mainly because they can go with the Buster Purge for 270 versus Venusaur, for example, versus Snorlax Tag Team and other 270 HP Tag Team Pokemons. That's the main reason for a Choice Band tag. 6 Spore energies, picking up Psychic and Water, and then we're gonna find 4 copies of Cynthia, 4 copies of Lily on this deck list, and 3 copies of Guzma that will allow us to catch one of our opponents and bench a Pokemon and switch it with bench it and switch with the active Pokemon. So overall, this is a very interesting deck list. Also deck that requires, I should say, maybe a little bit more skill than some other decks. Definitely not so much skill when you play Zork, but it also requires some skill and some calculation and things like that. The only thing that you should consider adding in this deck list would be one copy of Stadium card, just because sometimes you maybe want to have that Stadium option where you can simply replace your opponent's Stadium, especially if you're going to face Black Market, because you're not going to be able to win in that matchup, especially if your opponent will run basic Darkness Pokemon, so you're just going to have auto-lose, in my opinion, because you're not going to be able to win, especially with this type of the deck. So, yeah, that's already all now for the... oh, I'm kind of confused right now for the video introduction. Make sure to hit the thumbs up as usual. Subscribe to the channel. Also let me know in the comments what you think about this deck list, and we'll see you in the game. Alright, so who's gonna start first? Well, looks like I'm the lucky guy here. So, opening this game with Bell of Silence, Chimecho, I'm definitely lucky here, there's no doubt about that. I guess I couldn't ask for better and stronger hand. I have Acro Bike, Ultra Ball, a skateboard, Cynthia, plenty of resources available. So let's go with some sort of skateboard play, Ultra Ball play for these two energies. Not gonna attach my energy turn 1. So it looks like Zebstrika is prized, unfortunately. Alright, I have 4 water energy cards. Acro Bike. Definitely I'm gonna keep my Rescue Stretcher in this case. And Cynthia. Right now I have 3 Psychic Energies available in the discard pile. That's all you really want to have and all you really want to see. I can also play another Mystery Treasure here, which can be for my Nihilego, and I can grab myself another Inkay in play. There we go. Inkay, Choice Band won't be attached this turn, so yeah, I'm done for now, unfortunately. I'm gonna pass my turn, hope for the best next turn. The most important thing is that I have 2 Inkays and 3 energies in my discard pile, meaning that next turn I'm not gonna be able to attack with my... okay, so there's a Sneasel already. I'm not gonna be able to attack with my Latias, however I can still use my maybe possibly Necrozma to go for like 120. Something like that. The bad thing is that I'm actually weak onto my opponent Umbreons, and there's the Umbreon with Retaliate, so yeah, another Expedition. So you can look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put 2 of them into your hand. So Underground Expedition card is very good with Ranguru, because you can just remove cards from your discard pile with resource management on the bottom of your deck, and then you can simply grab yourself something that you need. Alright, as the thing is looking right now, we're just gonna go with a Cynthia play. And more than that, I'm gonna play another Mystery Treasure there, which needs to be for the Marshadow. I really need to refresh this hand, because it definitely looks bad right now, and I can consider attaching this escape board as well onto my down wings Necrozma. And finally, couple Malamars came into the action, but there's not too many things available for me right now. I could just literally use my Psychic recharges, so I will consider using them. I know that once I manage to knock my opponent Umbreon, he will just knock me back with his Weavile. I mean, it is how it is. You need to deal with that. You can't do more than that. I mean, it's gonna happen sooner or later. But if he somehow maybe steals the show there by knocking my Chimecho out, I might be able to use my Moon Eclipse GX and buy myself like a 3rd extra, which would be an amazing thing to do. But I don't think this is gonna happen. So there is another Umbreon with Retaliation already available on my opponent bench, so if I decide to knock this Umbreon out, he will knock my downswing Necrozma out anyways, and I think I'm probably just gonna consider using my first prize card in the game anyways, just because I will try to power up my Latias then and tank a little bit with him in the active spot, but then once my opponent manages to knock him out, he will take 3 extra prize, which is a little bit considering fact, and he even have this Weavile on the other side of the bench, so this is very challenging right now for me. Really it is. Well, maybe we can try to... Oh, actually, he decided to knock me out. Well, that was a very bad idea, in my opinion. But this black market is... insane. So... I do have energy, which is a cool thing, but how in the world I'm gonna take a prize card against this Weavile when I don't have Stadium to remove my opponent's Stadium? That's the question for $1 million right now, right there. So there's not too many things that I can do. At this moment, I can just wait and use my GX so I can knock my opponent Weavile out. Unfortunately, without taking a prize card. So, yeah, that's serious problem there. All right. So he's promoting his Umbreon to the front. It's quite obvious that he can retaliate right now, but it's not gonna work. Then I can use my Dark Flash, which is not affected by resistance, meaning that I can knock this Umbreon out, again without taking a prize card successfully, so that's just insane. I'm gonna definitely try to do my best. There's another Tapu Lele, so I actually see my chance by knocking those Tapu Leles out, literally. This is my only option there available. If I win this game without Stadium card, I'm probably gonna be very proud to myself. But I think this is just not gonna happen, right? There's the Energy Lotto, and I completely forget about the black market and the fact that it's a very powerful Stadium, and versus Darkness decks if you don't have Stadium. You can just go home and cry. You're gonna have a hard time doing anything there. So I can go for the knockout versus this Umbreon once again, and then next turn he's knocking me back. Or I can pull the Guzma play. There's literally no way for me let me see something. What's the best option available here to do? I can accelerate 3 energies at maximum. I can play Guzma and do some damage to his Tapu Lele, which is probably the best option right now available. And then again, it is a first Guzma play here anyways. So I'm ready to attach energy to my Giratina and to use my Dark Flash for only 120, which means that my opponent cannot knock my Necrozma this turn because he cannot activate Retaliate. The only thing that can save him right now is another energy for Dark Cutter and maybe possibly Choiceman play. So he probably gonna have this available. And if that actually happened, yeah, but then how in the world you're gonna remove your Tapu Lele from the active position, right? Oh, the water field. So he actually do me a huge favor there by moving his Stadium for that the water field. Wow, that actually shooks me here. Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me here. We're gonna go with one Ultra Ball. And this Ultra Ball should be for my... I really need my Drow supporter, but I have good feeling that I can try to buy myself some time. If I put Tapu Lele on the bench, it's just easy to price target for my opponent Weavile anyways. He had way too many cards available in his hand, so I'm just gonna consider playing my Marshadow for now. And let losing my opponent down to 4. Meanwhile, I will try to power up somehow my Giratina. Or maybe I'm not gonna try to power up my Giratina. We shall see. Acro Bike. Damn it, Ditto. I don't need you, I need energy. Damn it, Ditto. Okay, still I'm hitting for like 120 and I'm taking 2 price card knockout, so that's the good swing there. And my opponent next turn taking knockout versus my Necrozma, and he's moving down to like 3 price cards, right? And then if he knocks my Latias, the game is over, and he can do that pretty much easily. So once again, I'm even short with my skateboard, so I'm not even sure if I will be able to pull another one. Not sure why in the world he just decided to devour field. It makes no sense. However, there's Retaliate for 360. More than enough for the knockout. I'm gonna go to the front with my Marshadow. I'm gonna play my Mystery Treasure. Do I even need something there? I guess I don't need. Way too many Pokemons with abilities in play that actually consider me a lot. And then we're gonna shuffle some of the Pokemons back into the deck. And then we're good to go with the... I mean, I'm good to go with my Lily. That's quite obvious. Okay, so I can go for the knock with Giratina versus this Umbreon, and then I can go to 3 price cards, but after that... We are both on 3 price cards, so maybe I can still win. With a little bit of luck, right? Luck is all I really need at this moment. And I'm even considering putting this Ditto on the bench. He's knocking me back next turn, that's quite obvious. And I need to put 4 damage counters somewhere, so they can go down to Marshadow. It really doesn't matter anyways. I need something good, like, I don't know, maybe Zebstrika? Couldn't get it. So, it's obvious that my opponent will try to retaliate, and it's obvious that if I can top deck some sort of Malamar play there, I can maybe even win the game, specifically because I have Guzma available, and then I can target his Sneasel, which will be Evil Domination Weevil. So this is pretty much the only way to go in this matchup right now, but maybe even just by... well, the Guzma will be used for sure. So I need to activate my Distortion Door Giratina. And I can use 2 Psychic Recharges. So I can also go down to 2 price cards. Right. This is my biggest concern, this Sneasel that will evolve into Weavile. So we're ready to go with the Shady Impact, 4 to Marshadow once again. And I just need Malamar. Malamar is the way to go in this matchup. Not Zebstrika, but Malamar actually. So if I can find myself a Malamar as a top deck, I can potentially win a game. Because If my opponent won't have Guzma, this is probably gonna be it. But if he will have Guzma, well, that one prize card that he have advantage over me right now because he had that black market in play, actually probably gonna win my opponent a game there. So let it be Marshadow, it doesn't matter anyways. Malamar was a top deck, so that's the GG. What a nice top deck, what a nice comeback in this game. I can't even believe to myself that I managed to win this game somehow. Well, that's just insane. I mean, sometimes you need to believe in yourself in order to achieve good success, and never give up. That's my advice. So I managed to top deck my Malamar. The game looked so bad for me because my opponent had that black market in play, and he even made a mistake by himself. He actually did me a favor when he removed that black market from play. And we're gonna finish this game in a fashion with Latias and Latios-GX by discarding 3 energies and taking the last 2 prize cards. Oh my goodness, what a comeback. Probably the best comeback this year that I made with this deck and any other deck so far. What an amazing performance that was. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me also know in the comments below what you think about this deck list. At least right now we know that we need to run at least 1 copy of Stadium card in order to remove our opponent's black market from play. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, we'll see you next time.